Felt like a lot of work just to push the door open.
Yeah.
But I loved that feeling.
Yeah. Oh, that you mean it's a different kind of pain.
Yeah, it's just that's it. It's a pain that feels like it's a pain that's getting you stronger and stuff. Big podcast money.
Let's talk about it.
Let's talk about that. Well, hello everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Let's Talk About That. I'm your co-host Tony,
and I'm Martin. And what to talk about today, Tony?
Well, yeah, we were having some trouble figuring that out. So I think we'll just talk about kind of some fun things we've done recently, what's coming up, and kind of started because I know you had a camping trip recently, right?
Yeah, we had actually. I brought my dear friend, as I call the bear, on my YouTube channel. We had a hiking trip with a camping. We camped one night, and it was kind of both our first proper camping trip in many years. Actually, it was about an hour walk up on this mountaintop thing, only like 5 minutes away from home with a car. We had a tent. We made great food and stuff like that, and it was so fantastic. I mean, I miss that so much. I was a scout, as I mentioned, a Boy Scout or whatever you want to call it, for 10 to 12 years. So it's close to me, being out in nature and camping, just breathing that air, cooking like primitive food or luxury food on the campfire and stuff like that. It's I love that.
By the way, I'll plug your channel. There's a great video of you guys cooking out at your campsite. So
I had to make that an own video. We're making beef stroganoff out there from scratch. It was amazing. It was a lot of food. Yeah.
I mean, both of us enjoy cooking, and it's a different kind of challenge to cook in the outdoors.
Yep. It is. It is. We didn't cook on the fire because it has been really much fire hazards around because it's been dry and all the debris from last year and stuff like that. So there is a fire going on now close to Oslo, which is they're sent in helicopters to put it down, and there's been a lot of like bushfires and stuff like that because it's so dry. So we had to be really careful, and luckily it did actually rain a couple of days before we went out, so we were able to have a campfire on the evening. Yeah. But it was amazing. It was a bit cold, but it was amazing. Yeah. How are you with camping, or is that something you do?
I haven't in a long time. My family growing up was into camping. We definitely camped a few times a summer. Going out to a campgrounds. Not quite the same. We can't just kind of walk a couple miles away and pitch a tent and call it good.
Yeah, sure.
But we've driven out. We used to drive out to campgrounds a couple times a year. We had a nice big tent, and especially as a kid, I was never much of an outdoors person. In large part because I was very, I had a lot of anxiety about bugs and spiders.
Yeah.
Which I still don't like them, but I'm.
Yeah, you're not that bothered too much.
Yeah, I mean, I can deal with them a little more like a mature adult now. Not fully like a mature adult, but a little more like a mature adult.
Yeah. Yeah. There are still many who are terrified of bugs, grown adults. So yeah, it's.
But yeah, my mom always remarks though that she's surprised with all the camping that I did growing up that I don't do more of it now as an adult. And yeah, just I mean we've done it a couple times, kind of related to, like these a couple of outdoor events that we've gone to. But yeah, I mean, really, it's just not something that's been really on our radar too much for the past, several years.
Yeah, I mean, camping with kids, it's a different thing because kids need to be entertained, kind of, and it's you can't just always, at least where I like to camp, it's in the woods, not in a campsite thing. You make your own campsite, but you can't just bring a football into the forest. It's just not the same. I mean, you gotta find something new to do. Bring out the knives and like make something or like do something in the woods in the nature, and that's not something we normally do. So you have to wrap your head around the. So yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I think a lot of the times when my family did when I was younger, we'd go with some of our other families that we're friends with a lot.
Yeah.
And then you just kind of set up a nice big fire and everyone sits around it and just chats for the day. And,
Yeah.
the kids like myself, we'll spend some time at the fire. We'll run around the campsite and
play with other kids and stuff like that.
Yeah, play with the other kids, throw things in the fire. That was one of my favorite things to do as a kid.
Yeah. Of
Get
course,
sticks,
I mean,
throw them in.
Yeah. Playing with fire, it's just as fun as playing with water. It's
Indeed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What about you?
What's sorry?
What about you? You have you done anything exciting lately? I know you were someplace yesterday.
Yeah. Well, of course, yesterday I for my birthday, my parents gave me tickets to the live show of My Brother and Me, which is one of my favorite podcasts. And I really I find the McElroy brothers to be very funny, and I really kind of I kind of am subscribed to their whole family of products, so to speak, because they do another podcast that's sort of a D&D based podcast that I absolutely love called The Adventure Zone, and they have a fun they do some fun stuff on YouTube. Their Monster Factory is where they go into like video games and use the character creator engine to like make the most weird, messed up looking characters they can, and it's hilarious. Like,
yeah, I think I've seen these guys before. Yeah, I just googled them. Yeah, I think I've seen them. Yeah,
they're great. So yeah, it was
that's awesome.
Yeah, first time I've been to a show in quite a while, of any sort. Of course,
nice.
it was at the sort of the famous Orpheum Theater downtown Minneapolis, which I think it's my second time there. Several years ago, I went and saw a Broadway musical.
A Broadway musical? Wow.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what it takes to be Broadway, but it is a musical that was on Broadway. It's you heard of the Book of Mormon?
Yeah. Sure.
Which is itself its whole thing, because I mean, Mormonism is a very sort of American sect of Christianity.
Yeah.
So I don't know to what extent it's sort of spread over there, but that was a very funny show as well.
Well, we do have Mormons in Norway too. Yeah. It says here it's about 4,600 people. It says in Norway.
Okay.
But here it's called Smith's friends. I mean Joseph Smith actually. Whatever. I don't want to talk about that.
Yeah.
We're talking about exciting stuff.
Today.
No, not today.
Not today. So yeah. I mean, that's kind of been the fun stuff recently. And then of course I know we've got these next few weeks though are going to be busy. We got some busy times coming up.
Yeah. That's kind of why we do these shorter episodes, and we, as we mentioned in the previous episode, we maybe have a surprise for you. We haven't decided.
Haven't quite worked out all the details yet. Yeah.
Nope, I haven't. But we have an idea, and it might be a reality.
Yes.
Sometime, someday, whatever.
Yeah.
So you have something exciting coming up, or
Yeah.
something interesting going on?
Yeah. So I mean, next weekend we're gonna be up at the cabin, I think, because it is Vincent's 8th birthday.
Oh, that's amazing. Little boy getting a man.
He loves going to the cabin, so that was what he wanted to do. I haven't actually. I don't remember if we have some friends going up with us too or not. I don't know. My wife's kind of been in charge of all the planning, so
Yeah, of course.
we've been busy and stuff. So that'll be fun.
The cabin
then,
is kind of in the woods, right? Or close to the woods.
Yeah. It's it's on a lake. So
amazing.
yeah, I'll have to send some pictures once we're up there because it's a nice property.
You actually have to. Is it yours or do you borrow it?
It is my wife's family's cabin. Like it's like a double lot. So there are two actual sort of cabin buildings.
Mm-hmm.
Both of them were originally built like by her grandfather, like built with his own hands, and I mean I don't know. So they weren't super professional or anything, but and one of them has since been like basically torn down and completely rebuilt into kind of a modern house.
Yeah.
Over the years, and the other one is still very much the like old school one, although we've been doing things over the last several years like trying to get a foundation under it and stuff like that.
Yeah, that's the hard part, doing the foundation after the house is built. That's not how you usually do it, but it's possible.
Yeah, it's certainly helped what has been done so far. I mean, it's got some under it, but yeah, no, it's nice. It's it's not exactly, it's not fully secluded. I mean, there's a lot of cabins along the lake, but it's a pretty, at least from someone that lives in the city, it's pretty sparsely populated.
Yeah. I feel the urge to order a plane ticket to Minnesota and go with you on that.
Hey, you're welcome to do so if you can swing it, but
yeah,
probably
that's the tricky part. Yeah.
yeah. So that'll be fun. And then weekend after that, I'm going to be at the Northern Pines Harmony Brigade, which
wow, that sounds fancy.
It's not nearly as fancy as it sounds, but it's just a fun weekend of barbershop quartet singing and stuff. Basically, we all like learn the same dozen songs, and then we get put in like random quartets and compete with one of those songs. And I mean, it's not like a big competition. There's no real prize for winning. It's just kind of for fun.
Yeah, that's awesome. I mean, you get your name on the top place. I mean,
yeah,
it's all the glory.
It is a fun but so very tiring weekend. Like,
yeah, I mean, singing, it's you get exhausted by singing. I mean, you're using a lot of energy to sing.
I mean, and especially with these sort of events, like, the sort of stereotype, right, is that older people go to bed early and wake up early and that sort of thing.
That's a lie.
Yeah, like my quartet is always remarking like we cannot keep up with these like retired guys they'll be up singing afterwards until like 3-4 in the morning. It's like I can't do that anymore.
Nah, I mean,
too old for that.
Yeah, how do they get? Have you ever seen anyone as busy as a retired person?
Yeah, man, it's I hope I get to retire someday and experience that lifestyle, because I mean it's just I guess when you don't have to work and you don't have young children at home, you've got a lot more time and energy, apparently.
Yeah, apparently, even though you're 85, you're doing much more than you did when you were 40, and it's interesting.
Yeah. So as for you, I think you mentioned that you're heading to Denmark in a couple of weeks.
Yeah. The first like real weekend in May, we are going to Denmark with my parents and sister. Like the 7th, Saturday the 7th of May, we're going to Denmark. early in the morning, taking the ferry down to Denmark and driving pretty far down into Denmark to go to stay in the cabin kind of thing. We're going to Legoland. Yeah, we're going to Legoland. I haven't been there since I was a little kid, and my wife haven't been there, and my kids, of course, haven't been there. So yeah.
Oh man, they are gonna have a blast.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that. Actually, I am. It'll be fun. I love being in Denmark. It's something different, even though it's not far from Norway, and kind of the culture and stuff are pretty much the same, but it's still so different.
Mm-hmm.
I guess it's kind of the same difference if you go from Minnesota to Texas. It's pretty much the same, but it's not. It's so different, but it's the same. It's
yeah. Even going from like Minnesota to our neighboring states is that way too.
I
so
mean that's kind of the same distance, isn't it?
Yeah. I mean, yeah. If we drive to Iowa, I mean, it's funny. Yeah, Minnesota has. It's funny how distinct the cultures get, even within those sort of small areas within the same country.
Yeah, it is.
Oh man,
we have that too. I mean, we have like the southern part. We have like I'm living kind of in the middle between the eastern and the southern part of Norway, and then we have the Oslo part, and we have the inland northern. I mean, every part is kind of their own thing, and you can understand. Oh, you're from there. It's yeah.
Huh. Well, I mean, that sounds like a lot of fun. So I guess the plan is you're gonna fly out next weekend to come to the cabin with us.
Yeah.
And then I'll fly out there the following weekend to go to Legoland with you. And
yeah. That sounds like a great plan, Tony. Great plan. I'm all in.
Is Legoland? It's pretty big in Denmark.
Yeah, I mean Legoland. Lego is from Denmark, as
Well,
most people
sure,
know.
yeah. I'm just curious because not too far away from us is the Mall of America, which has a Legoland in it. Although I imagine it's much smaller than, whatever the Danish Legoland is like.
Yeah, I'm looking at what the
Legoland.
It says here it's about 1.3 million square meters large. What's going on?
Hear that?
Yeah.
We got a thunderstorm rolling in apparently. So,
are you serious?
Yeah.
Huh.
That's not uncommon.
No, of course, but catch it on video. That's awesome.
Yeah, unfortunately it doesn't look like a fun, like super cool lightning bolts kind of one. It's just like a thunder and flash and rain one. So it's like a resort. You actually stay at Legoland?
Yeah, I mean we're going to stay close to Legoland. I think it's kind of related, but it's outside of it has its own water park and stuff where we are going to stay. Yeah.
Oh, that sounds like so much fun.
Yeah, I see you have Legolands in Florida, New York, and California too.
Actually. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think the scale is any. I guess I don't know about the other states, but I don't think the scale is anything like what what you're going to.
Probably not. I don't know. Everything is bigger in America, ain't it?
Yeah. Well, we like our Legos, but
yeah. I mean yeah.
Can't beat the Danish for it, right?
That would be hard. Yeah. I'm looking forward to that. I will definitely send you pictures.
Absolutely. And so you're just going to be down there for kind of a weekend, or are you staying for a bit?
Yeah, we're staying for from leaving on Saturday, and we're going home on Tuesday, I think. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Kind of a long weekend.
Yeah,
nice.
Long weekend. That's you kind of need that because it's in so far down in Denmark. It takes 3 to 4 hours driving, I think, from where the ferry gets. Yeah. So those days are kind of gone when you're getting down. I mean, we have small children, so we need to stop on the way. Yeah.
Absolutely, yeah. I know that feeling.
Yeah. So that was kind of what I know is exciting and has been exciting the previous and coming weeks. Do you have
Yeah.
anything more coming up? I mean, you have that singing competition. That's a major thing.
Yeah, I guess it's fun. We haven't gotten to go since 2020 because of course last year they didn't have it, due to COVID.
Yeah.
And then of course the chorus that I sing with also has a show the following weekend, which I'll be involved with. But that's more of just a day thing, not a weekend sort of thing.
Yeah. Sure.
But yeah. So I mean that's yeah, coming up into kind of a busy chunk. Like so far this, for the next several months it'll be like nothing major going on for a month or two, and then all of a sudden like 3 weekends in a row where I'm completely booked.
Yeah. I see the same when I look at them here. I mean, we're leaving on the 7th of May, getting home about 10th. And exactly 1 week after that is the 17th of May, which is the Constitution Day, and there is like parades and stuff like that going on. And yeah, so May is kind of always full. We have a lot of holidays in May, so
Sure.
we use those holidays to do stuff. Of course, yeah, since we're off.
I guess it must also be Mother's Day. Okay. Oh wow, Mother's Day is May 8th. I'll have to figure out something to do for that. I'll be out of town. Or not out of town, but I'll be at the singing thing.
Yeah, Mother's Day. I think that's been in Norway. I think Mother's Day.
Yeah, I think you said it was your Mother's Day is like our Valentine's Day, right?
Yeah, it was this year. That's right. Now when you say it, I remember. Yeah.
Yeah. No, I remember we talked about that some. So yeah, I got that coming up, and then Father's Day in June, and of course everything's going to change in June because then Vincent will be out of school for the year, or out on a summer vacation, and we don't quite know what we're going to do with him yet, but we'll get there.
Yeah, because you guys have to work, of course.
Yeah.
This year, actually, usually we have like vacation together, but this year we won't because of the start of the daycare with the youngest one. So
Sure.
we kind of have to overlap each other to fill the whole summer. Yeah. So no vacation together in the summer this year, but next year I guess we will have.
Nice.
Mm-hmm. Luxury.
Oh, yes, indeed. Well, amazingly, we are sort of approaching our wind down point here.
Yeah, we are.
So yeah. You have any final thoughts for the audience before we sign off?
Yeah, I have a question for you guys. Do you have anything exciting coming up, or anything exciting that happened recently you would like to share with us? We would love to hear from you.
Absolutely.
Even if you want to just be on one episode and explain to us what's happened or what's going to happen, we would love to have you. Yeah. Anything. Even if it just seems small, it might be huge to you. So whatever. Just hit us up.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Ready to rock, ready to roll? No, that was earlier. Yeah, now we're wrapping it up. That's how it works.
I mean, you're ready to rock in terms of doing the ending stuff, I guess. It's good. Are you in or are you out? I'm in for it. I'm up for it and I'm down for it.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
All right. Whatever. You've wasted another half hour listening to us yammer on.
Yeah.
Thanks for tuning in as always, and we'll see you soon.
Yeah, we will. Goodbye, people.
Bye bye.